Hey everyone, Jeff here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing that Maris summon build I've been promising y'all. So we're on the beta branch, and things have changed with summons on the beta branch. Specifically with dragons, they now scale with increased summon count. Now, they only scale at 20% rate. What that means is you need +5 summon count to get another dragon per slot. So this dragon slot, this Onyx dragon we have on our helm, would normally only give us one dragon. If we have +4 summon count, it'll still only give us one dragon. It apparently does not round up. What I have done, instead of using our awesome necklace that we found that also uses master offers, is added a summon count here so that we have 5. Apparently, at least to my knowledge so far, I've only found summon count on staff and amulet. So, we have double dragons on each dragon item, and we are running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragon items. We are also running quadruple parrots, apologies. We have a ton of banished dice from this setup. Some alteration stuff from other things I have. We end up with 264 summon damage and 48% summon movement speed, which is nice. 10 banished, 9 alterations is pretty good. The talent tree is pretty self-explanatory. We also start with Maris's dragon. We start with the fire pals. We're gonna do more damage by not attacking, so this is a no attack build. We also get Esoteric Flow to like branch off into casts where possible. I think the goal here is to be a Mort character. You want to go for the ones with the most summons because we actually have 5 summon slots. Mort is the obvious one that has a bunch of summons. After that, it doesn't really matter, I don't think, honestly. I think 30 armor. Not really attacking ever. From does have summons, but blood swords have changed to the point where they trigger on attack. They're also broken, if we saw yesterday's video, once you have a certain number. So we're going to be rolling away. No him for this run. I'm actually okay with time as one of our characters. We could take warped attack and banish it because time has the summoner cast, so we could scale up our summon damage. Mort is the key one because it has ravens and the other necromancy. That's the one I'm thinking of. Nin does not have any summons, unfortunately. Lei Gong also no summons. Hilarious game. And back we already him. This is exactly what I want to see. So I'm gonna banish Soul Stealers. We have 4 cast slots, so sudden death isn't exactly out of the picture, but we will be taking ravens here. And again, we do have +5 summon count, so that's pretty good for ravens, pretty good for necromancy, also good for frost wolves if that's what we end up. I think what we want is winter or fire. We don't really have the master / legend offers to reliably go after. I'll take curiosity here. To reliably go after like max dragons. I mean, we have 8% master offers with this setup, and that's just like not very good. 23 expert's pretty good though. So I'm just holding down dash because it has a chance to proc cast. I'm just getting used to it. Ideally, we'll pick up a fire dragon or an ice dragon. And with that god that we end up with, we'll also get either fire foxes, I forget, the fire elementals, I think is what they're called, summers, that require too much work to get, honestly. Or we'll get frost wolves, which are just fine. They're just like the most medium of summon. So one thing I'll talk about summons currently in the game is there is a planned like AI rework for summons in the future happening. Now, when in the future is that happening? We don't know. We don't even know if it's happening. Okay, I'm gonna banish these 2 and take meteor shower. I guess we're going after fire stuff. We don't know if it's gonna be done by Act 3 or not. Hopefully, I think that was the developer's plan, was when Act 3 releases, have the summon stuff out, which is part of the reason Scotty feels so bad. Because Scotty was supposed to be like the summoner character in conjunction with Maris, but Maris has so much good cast stuff going on. Obviously, it doesn't matter what her summons are doing. But because the AI is kind of like funky, it makes it really hard. You'll find on very high difficulties, sometimes the summons will just ignore bosses and it's a nightmare. Black Serpents is crazy here. I think Execution has to be the pick though. At 2 minutes in, all the extra XP we get from it, it's gonna be more than worth it. Also, it makes picking up luck shrines fairly valuable. I will gladly take movement speed here since the other stats do literally nothing. So yeah, once summons reliably target enemies, specifically like the bigger enemies one time, you'll find sometimes like parrots or ravens, so like go after an enemy but then like run away from an enemy for some reason after they hit once. It's a weird thing that happens. We're gonna start banishing. We have a bunch of banished dice. Let's banish generously. Banish warp strike, banish energy missiles. We could take stillness. Stillness is fine. It doesn't take up a slot for anything. Cast lasts longer. Technically, it's good with fire elementals and meteor shower. Funny enough, I'm gonna banish flare because I don't want it. I'm gonna take meteor shower upgrade. Meteor shower has been buffed. I don't think it's good still, but it is better. It kind of has the same problems that it did before in that its tracking isn't good enough. It's fine for skeletons, right? But because it doesn't track as well as it needs to, the enemies will not get hit fully by it, and then you're missing damage, and some enemies it's just like not hitting, like jackals and specters and stuff, and that just feels bad. I missed the Shrine of the Fates, I'm gonna be honest. Act 1 is goated. There's a few uniques that have been buffed from Act 1 that I have to come back and get. I've mentioned before, so that's why we're back here. We're also at Darkness 80, which is nice. Master Necromancy, don't mind if I do. We can definitely use some bone men in our life. It's gonna get pretty wild, I imagine, by the end of this. I will take more heals. I don't think Adept offers really matters. Expert offers is pretty nice. There was a moment in the first instance of the beta branch when Master Offers got super nerfed, which has since been reverted. Don't worry, everyone complained about it. But there was a moment where after Master Offers got nerfed hard, the expert talent from Maris was like incredibly valuable, in my opinion. We didn't really have time to mess around with it because that only lasted for like a day, but I thought it was fairly strong. I'm of the opinion that we're gonna... I don't know if I can... I'm gonna do it. To say I don't know if I can actually banish the ritual there. Feels bad. I'll take Expert Time Field. It's too good. I really want Summoner, right? That's why I'm like, I don't know. But Time Field's crazy. Especially in a Summoner build. Deathlessness? Oh, that's right. We can get Deathlessness too. All right, let's get rid of... Man, Force is kind of great too. Let's just take Deathlessness. Our skeletons be lasting a long time. I don't want to take a lot of points of Deathlessness though. I just didn't feel like using a dice to reroll out of it. Black Serpents. Over Influence? No. No, the first Influence has got to be it. Because Cursed... So that's a whole other thing, right? Curse is going to scale with status damage, and because it's scaling with status damage, it means that proccing cursed through black serpents shouldn't be as good. In theory, it's a weird combo of things. Which I think that's one of the reasons that Scotty should be so good with like the whole ravens and cursing and all that stuff, but just doesn't work out so well. We will take ravens here. I'm also gonna banish fear. At some point, I probably need to take a dash. I think that summons here. Summon damage. Yeah. Look, I could take cast damage. It would be fine. No complaints. But like, we're doing summon things. We're doing silly summoner things. Lots of dragons. Lots of summons on screen at one time. I don't know if the number of dragons adds up to quite what it should be, though. I will say that. I feel like I have 4 pieces, and I have 8. Yeah, no, I guess it's right. I guess it's right. I just accidentally tabbed out. Oh, there's Summoner. Perfect. Okay. Expert Summoner is crazy. So now we are 100% perma-dashing, and anything that makes us dash more often is fantastic. Because that's a chance to free cast dash, or free cast Summoner. We definitely take Temporal Lord here, hoping to get Gem High. Yeah. This is fine. This is Darkness 80. But yeah, let's see how the boss goes before I get all high and mighty here. Fortune. I would say my fortune has faded. Oh, I cracked myself up. Look, until we get to the Necromancer, I don't really know how much damage we're really doing. Obviously, we're clearing fodder because we have a billion dragons and they all do a ton of damage. But let's see if our mercenary squad of monsters here can actually fight the Necromancer. I probably have to stay. Oh, well, his life just went to half really quick. Well, he's dead. Okay, well, okay. Mayhaps I doth worry too much. It's another awkward thing with summons too. You don't want to be too fast. I found in builds with super high movement speed plus summons that you would think might be good, the summons end up just trying to like keep up with you the whole time and it feels bad. But now, oh, another thing I didn't even talk about, the parrots are actually scaling higher. So previously they scaled like 50% off your stats, or 50% more or something like that. Now they're scaling 80%, so they essentially got a 30% buff per parrot. Now that doesn't really compare to the breathing capabilities of our dragons. However, they should be good at killing the bosses. Let's take Meteor Shower here. We are still taking Meteor Shower under the... Wait a second. Okay, yeah, I definitely still have... I wasn't sure because we had so many different summon types on screen, but we actually only have 2 summons right now. Just very silly. Also, wait. Time doesn't have a summon either. Time doesn't have a summon. Legong doesn't have a summon. Nin doesn't have a summon. Prom effectively doesn't have a summon anymore. I mean, Blood Swords is a summon, but now it's more of a strike that functions as a summon, which I think is very cool. Please don't change it back. I think it's fantastic. However, that does put nearly half the gods at no summon. Kind of weird. Not weird, but just like something to address. Nin is an easy win. You just put the Earth Elemental from Act 2 in as her summon, and you're done. I think incineration goes kind of crazy here. Maybe crazy is not the word, but it's definitely useful. Maybe if we like rip a fire dragon off the top, we pull out our blue eyes. Well, no, we pull out our black eyes red dragon, and as long as they don't pull out their blue eyes, then we're good. That's how that works. I'm gonna take influence. More ravens is good, but we already have such high like amounts of summons that aren't based on skills that it's worth it. So I've read recently that, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Hey, it showed up. Do I want to take it at this? Sure, whatever. I read recently that Yu-Gi-Oh, like the anime, not the 4Kids version that we got here in America, is quite a bit different. I took Force there just to have some better pool range. And same with the manga, like it's much darker tones and whatnot. And I thought that was really interesting. I was just wondering, has anybody actually watched or read it? Obviously, the premise is still kind of silly, like being older now, right? At the time, I thought it was cool, but now it's like, oh, you're playing card game, whatever. But there's some somewhat interesting things I think going on, and there were some dark moments in the cartoon that I saw growing up. So I'd be curious if anyone had any info on that. I figure why not ask since I have you all here. Okay, we're gonna keep upgrading fire elementals, whatever. We'll just take it. It's fine. That is a leather belt. I don't think it got any changes. Nope, it's still 4 strength, 4 stamina. All right, WoW nerds. Time for a quiz. Where was the leather belt from? I'm pretty sure that leather belt reference is just a reference to the fact that you could find a leather belt as a green item from vanilla that just had those stats. When in vanilla, 4 strength, 4 stam did absolutely nothing for any leatherware. I'm fairly certain that's what that's talking about. If I am incorrect, let me know. I think here we get rid of stillness and we take deathlessness. I don't really want to upgrade. I don't really want to upgrade force either. Also, I'm about, I don't know, this close. I'm holding my fingers really close together right now, so you guys can just picture it in your head. Really close together, about this close from buying the war within. Bellunar needs to stop making videos that are so entertaining. Delves actually sound interesting to play like casually as like my relaxed time, you know, and no sort of like rating or mythic plus or anything, just to like level up and see the new stuff and enjoy WoW like I have for the past however long, for a month or two most likely. Tell me why I should or I shouldn't. It's one of those things, right? Like it feels wrong to not be playing the new expansion. Fire elemental's up. Okay. I honestly, I don't even know if I can complain, because I couldn't tell you the last time I've actually gotten fire elementals to like hit me with this many levels this before. Normally it shows up super late into the run and just like fucks off. I'll take necromancy up. I think we're a little late on mayhem, especially common mayhem. Now, I have said in recent videos that there is definitely a fallacy there of waiting for a good mayhem is strictly worse than just taking a bad one early on. But in this case, versus the alternatives, I think it's just better. Although in that case, it probably would have been better to take it, which is awkward. Because we basically took 15% summon damage over what would be more damage later. Maybe we'll get another chance to grab it. Serendipity can fuck right off. All right, let's roll. Oh, there's no mayhem. Oh no, here we go. We're gonna hit mayhem right here. Sure. I talked myself into it. Sometimes you just have to. I mean, I was just thinking the slime wave is going to end. There's going to be an elite coming up here soon. Plus the boss. There's two bosses, 2 dragons. I'm pretty sure they count as 2 for the purposes of mayhem. And that alone would make it equal to the next level of influence. So, I don't know. The math adds up for me. Meanwhile, we just keep dashing around. Enkindling? Nah, that's trash. Fire elementals up. These novice fire elementals gonna go crazy. Should have taken Trail of Fire. What was I thinking? I already had fire elementals. That was foolish. Oh well. Well, you know what? I'm yapping, okay? It is what it is. We'll take Incineration up. That'll help with fire elementals. I have been yapping, so misplays are allowed. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm sure someone in the comments will have, oh, holy shit. Hey, Merlin's staff. I wonder if that got changed. I do think that something like Merlin's staff should be pretty strong. Cast cooldown, duration, cooldown reduction, damage. It does nothing. Okay, well, that's great. Can we take a second to look that says Merlin's beard is even stronger? This implies the existence of Merlin's beard as an item in the game. Now, it doesn't currently exist to my knowledge, but in the future they could add Merlin's beard, and we know that these devs have a sense of humor, so maybe we get Merlin's beard as an item, and it has to be stronger than Merlin's staff, because I think that's what it says, right? Merlin's beard is even stronger? Correct. So it would have to have all of those stats, at least, but better, and probably not on a staff, because a beard on a staff would be weird. I don't know how that would work. Let's alterate ravens over first black serpents. I think it's just ravens. Black serpents is definitely good, but taking black serpents also reduces the chance of us hitting summoner whenever we dash, and that is a real downside that I do not want to deal with. And I also think it's probably time that we look at our stats right now. Like, we're at 1299 summon damage. That's pretty good. Can we see how much we've gotten? We've gotten 160% damage off summoner. We got 20% damage off mayhem. See, okay, I have justified myself by taking it when I did. It's already better than that one level we would have taken off of influence. Much better, not really, but technically better for. Also better because it takes another skill out of the pool, so we're more likely to get better stuff. So there's that. Yeah, this feels better than your summoner main branch Maris. I'll say that. Oh, but sudden death? No, we just take black serpents here. That's fine. I realize I just talked about it, but come on. I mean, master black serpents? It does make Malady better, in theory. If we were to ever hit any of those things, I'll take 3% more master offers. We got Troll Stone. Did that get buffed? Nope, 90 armor. That's basically useless. You know what Trollstone should give us? Trollstone should give you like crazy regen. But burning should hurt you for like a lot. I don't know. Burning should do like triple the damage to you. But you get like 2 HP per second regen or something dumb.
What do you think of the
I think that would be very interesting as a mechanic. And the cool news is I do think that the team is more open to making these uniques a little more flavorful, as we've seen with a bunch of tier 1 uniques getting drastically changed and buffed and whatnot, made to fill in certain niches that otherwise were left unattended, I guess. While there's no system involved currently for upgrading uniques to higher tiers, like, because stats are limited based on tiers, right? Max stats that they could have. Uniques are like individual cases. So in the meantime, tier 1 uniques are filling a special purpose, basically. And in that sense, having things like, you could say Trollstone being like, oh, that's the super regen piece if you want it. That's pretty cool. I hope they keep that up. Like the Scepter of Razus change, the first video I showed off of the beta branch when they turned. No, it wasn't the first video I showed off of the beta branch. I don't know if did I make that video? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Anyways, it's the one that converts all, yes, I did. It's the one that converts all your cast and summon damage to power damage. Probably the coolest unique in the game. And we want to see more uniques like that. Or more things that, like, you know, if you have 50% of your movement speed is converted to strike damage or something weird like that, you know? So you can end up with some wackier builds. Little bit of wackiness. I'm gonna keep taking necromancy. Skeletons do more damage. This kind of rips through Darkness 80, huh? I will alterate into Deathlessness. Deathlessness does buff not only skeletons, but also fire elementals, which is nice. It is a shame we haven't hit either legendary dragon, but we also haven't hit any legendary other than revive, so that's not the greatest, I guess. Also, the stat screen at the end of the match is going to be super weird, because so much of our damage has been done by items. Oh, this part's actually bad for us. We kind of have to rely on our minions here. I guess there's an argument for Combust would have been insane, but at the same time, probably not good enough. Better fire elementals would have gone crazy here. For sure. Mayhem. Nah, you're late to the party. With upgrade Ravens, be good against Dracula. Ow! We'll take some damage. Okay, I should probably stop holding down dash now and maybe move around a bit. Save the dashes for when they're actually needed. More fire elementals, okay. You don't hate it. All right, so now all we have to do is just stay near him, but dodge him. Oh, wow, he, wow. That was one of the quickest Dracula kills I've ever seen. he got devoured. That was like some mummy, scarab mummy shit. Black serpents with the highest DPS at level 1. Fire elementals level 9 outdid pet dragon, so kudos to them. Necromancy, all the DPS is low. I think we know that the real winner here is the dragons on our gear plus the parrots. But just to show, we did get 60% damage from Mayhem, a little less if you don't count Dracula, right? But also 248% damage from Summoner, which goes nuts. So, yeah, this build's pretty strong. I don't even think this was a really good run. I think for the most part, this was medium. Obviously, the key here is getting ravens early, then Mayhem, and time for Summoner, and then spamming dash so you get more free casts of it. I think that's the main joke. But overall, really strong. Really strong. We're gonna sell our stuff here, it doesn't matter. I am holding on to the uniques this time because we have space. And we will look through the shop to see if there's anything crazy that inspires me for the next build tomorrow. Or you never know if there's gonna be a new beta branch patch. There is a staff here. I think I have a better one though. Attack Maris is something I wanted to try. A whole lot of staffs in the whole lot of staffs in the shop I see. Goodness gracious. Master offers chance on a kill. No, that's just not it. Status duration. These are just not great. Projectile count, crit chance, projectile bounce. Interesting enough, I would say. I would say that's pretty fascinating. 3% movement speed, dash recharge speed. Possibly. Pretty good. 1% master offers jewel with cooldown reduction add up. I mean, maybe. A relic with summon attacks. Nah. That. Well, okay. There's at least some stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. I'll figure out a build for next time. I don't really know what we're doing yet, but there's plenty of stuff to go with. I think we do want to be running a rock sword build at some point here, because that is a thing. Maybe a luck Averon build or something like that. Anyway, something along those lines coming up soon. Anyways, appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Jeff out. Bye.